To test Azure SQL Active Directory authentication, start by understanding the basics of Azure Active Directory and Azure SQL database. Azure Active Directory is a comprehensive identity and access management solution, while Azure SQL Database is a cloud-based relational database service. First, create an Azure Active Directory tenant and add a user account to it. Next, create an Azure SQL database server and enable Active Directory authentication. To do this, navigate to the Azure portal, select your SQL server, and click on Active Directory Admin. Then, select the Azure Active Directory tenant you created earlier and click Save. Now, you need to create a contained database user in your Azure SQL database. This user will be used to connect to the database using Active Directory authentication. To create the contained database user, connect to your Azure SQL database using a tool like SQL Server Management Studio or Azure Data Studio. Then, run a query to create a new user, specifying the Active Directory user you created earlier. Once the user is created, you can test Active Directory authentication by connecting to the database using the new user credentials. Make sure to select Active Directory password authentication as the authentication method. If the connection is successful, you have successfully tested Azure SQL Active Directory authentication. Best practices include using least privilege access, regularly reviewing and updating user permissions, and monitoring database activity for suspicious login attempts. By following these steps, you can ensure secure and reliable authentication for your Azure SQL database using Azure Active Directory. This approach provides a robust and scalable identity management solution for your cloud-based database.